it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to episode, I've forgotten, 72 of Magnificent Mondays. And this week we're doing cocaine, and he said cocaine then. We're doing cocaine. No, we're not. We're doing Cocoon from 1985. A really, really good film. I watched it today for the first time in ages, and I was sat crying. I'm a big soft pob. But anyway, Cocoon, directed by Ron Howard, and starring Brian Dennehy and Steve Guttenberg and Hume Cronin, Wilfred Brimley, who else? Donna Michi, who won an Oscar. But we'll be getting into that. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already, and all that stuff. Explore the description for links for my Patreon, which I'm thinking of doing away with, because I just am. What else? Merch, which I'm not wearing. What else? And other stuff. Become a member on YouTube, and then you get early access videos, such as one I uploaded today. My top 10 favourite streaming series of 2024, that was uploaded today. Early for members. And what else? And you'll get exclusive videos as well, such as my In Magical Monochrome videos, which are exclusive to members. Right, okie dokie. Cocoon from 1985. As I said, directed by Ron Howard and starring all them people I mentioned: Donna Michi, Wilfred Brimley, Hume Cronin, Brian Dennehy, Jack Gilford, Steve Guttenberg, Maureen Stapleton, Jessica Tandy, Gwen Verdon, Herta Ware and Tanny Welsh, and also Tyrone Power Jr. I don't think he says anything in the film. A musical score from James Horner. I think it's the first time that James Horner worked with Ron Howard, and they would work together again many more times. It had a budget of $17.5 million, at the box office of $85.3 million, so it did really well. And it got a sequel in 1988, which I did enjoy, but it wasn't quite as good, and it didn't do as well at the box office. But, I thought it was a worthy sequel. But Ron Howard didn't return for that one. It was Daniel Petrie that directed the sequel. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So, right, we'll get on with the film, shall we? As usual, not be watching the film, because YouTube will go mental. It goes mental anyway. Always getting copyright claims. My last one for me, Friday Night Appointment with Fear, has been demonetised for copyright. You dispute it, just get summarily dismissed. They upheld their copyright claim, but it's not. They can't. I don't know how they get away with it. But and YouTube, you can't do anything about it. I could appeal, but then they'll probably get my channel taken away. So what can you do? Just got to grin and bear it, I suppose, as the stiff you. Anyway, right. So we're watching it in a series of stills, and I'll try not to play the odd snippet, because that's what gets the copyright claims. But even then, they still get copyright claims, even if it's a still image. They do. The buggers they are. Anyway, right, so here we go. I will get the film up and we will start watching it, and I'll try not to cry. No promises. So I'll make myself teachy tiny. Down I go in the corner. I can never remember which one. I've got to get rid of this first, haven't I? So you can see the subtitles. There we go. Is it that one? Yeah, it'll do. And we'll add it to the screen. There we go. Right, off we go. She's going to come on. Good old 20th Century Fox. She'll come on. There it is. The old logo before they changed it. We mentioned it the other week, didn't we? Was it 1994 they changed it to the new CG one? I think it was. Right, off we go. Right, we begin on a telescope. This looks like a Tandy telescope to me. Is it Tandy? It looks like one. I'm just going by the label, because I've got one. It might not be, but no, not Tandy. Tasco. It's a Tasco telescope, isn't it? It's a Tasco, and I've got one of them in the shed. It's not that one, but got it when I was a kid. Still got it. Never used the bug. Anyway, this is don't ask me his name. I have forgotten. Bear with me. David, played by Barrett Oliver. I don't know his last name, but anyway, never mind. Is looking at the moon, and I don't think this is a good. There we go. I don't think the moon looks like that through a telescope, does it? In fact, I know the moon doesn't look like that through a telescope, but never mind. Anyway, so he's looking at the moon. There we go. Looks cool. By the way, this film won 2 Oscars. It won an Oscar. Don Amici won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. To be honest, I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. I mean, he's good in it. It's Don Amici, isn't it? He's good in everything he's in. But I don't know why he got Best Supporting Actor over the others that are in the film. Hume Cronin does a great performance in this film. Wilfred Brimley does a great performance, particularly as he's playing a senior citizen and he's only 49 years old when he made this. But anyway. But Don Amici won for Best Supporting Actor, and he also won an Oscar for Best Visual Effects in the same year that Back to the Future came out, which surprised me. But anyway, the visual effects are pretty good in this, but to be honest, there's nothing to write home about, to be completely honest. I mean, look at that. That's a visual effect, isn't it? You can see that bloody line round that. Anyway, never mind, the matte line. There we go, Cocoon! And then we're in space. It's very Star Trek. It's very Star Trek 2. It reminds me of Star Trek 2. As though we're going to at the end, we're going to the Genesis planet. Because in no way do these look like they're, spherical objects. They're just like painted. Is that? Oh no, it's on the. I thought it were on my monitor. Yeah, I thought it were on my monitor. This little blob there. Dirt on the lens. Did they say a hair as well? Oh, there's a hair there. Or is it a space snake? Can you see it there? Oh dear. So we're heading into Earth. There we go. We're heading down through the clouds, and remember this came out the year before Star Trek 4. Remember Star Trek 4 when aliens came to speak to Earth's whales? Well, in this one, aliens are coming to speak to Earth's dolphins. Here they are in the sea, looking very superimposed and not really moving properly with the waves. I mean, look at that. Won an Oscar for Best Visual Effects. Jesus wept. Anyway, I'm moaning, aren't I? Are these real dolphins? I don't know. Probably. Would it be cheaper to make like animatronic dolphins? I'll just get some real ones in. I couldn't tell you. But here they are, swimming about. And there we go. Light from the sky. There it is. Hang on, it's going to show it in a minute, does it? Hang on. There it is. Lights coming through the sky because it's a big spaceship. So, and then we're going to see what's happening down here. We see like ruins and stuff because it turns out it's Atlantis. Pardon me. It's Atlantis. Look, ruins in the Caribbean, off the coast of Florida. Probably the Bahamas, I imagine, because that's where the Bimini Road is, isn't it? Bimini, however you pronounce it. But there it is. That the bloody? Oh no, that was the Eiffel Tower there. No, it's not. Don't know what it is. Right, then we cut to St. Petersburg. There you go, retirement community, because it's all about old people, or elderly people, living out their autumn years in retirement homes, old people's homes. Here's Wilfred Brimley as, don't ask me the names, I've seen this film loads of times, as Ben. There's Hume Cronin behind him as Joe. That's Maureen Stapleton as Ben's wife, Mary, and then we're going to see some others. Oh, there's Jessica Tandy as Alma. She plays Joe's wife, and they're obviously married in real life. Jessica Tandy and Hume Cronin, or they were until she passed away. There she is. And there's Jack Guilford. I always thought with Jack Gifford. Is there somebody called Jack Gifford as well? But it's Guilford, according to IMDb. Who plays... Just bear with me, because I can never remember the names. You know what I'm like. Bernie Lefkowitz. And there's Hertevere as his wife, Rose. And I was bawling my eyes out later on. No spoilers as to what happens to Rose, but anyway. Right. Anyway, he's been shopping. Ben's been shopping for him because he's the one that can drive. Or he's got the car, so he's been shopping for him. Got the stuff, and it's all fallen out in the trunk. There we go. And we'll see here that Rose, she's obviously in some stage of dementia or whatever, and she's losing her memory. So she's introducing herself to Ben. They've obviously known each other for many years, and but anyway. And Bernie says, well, she remembers who I am, she remembers who she is, so at least that's something. But Bernie's a bit of a curmudgeon, whereas Ben, Joe, and Art, who Don Amici plays, they're kind of more young at heart, but Bernie's a bit of an old fogey, and there's somebody watching on from the background. I wonder if that is an extra or just somebody who wandered onto set. Because it was filmed in St. Petersburg, I do believe. Yes, it was filmed here. I don't know if there's any studio sets. According to IMDb, there's nothing that says studio. So I'm guessing it's filmed entirely on location in the Bahamas and in Florida. So there we go. St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and Lakeland. There we go. And also in the Bahamas for the underwater scenes, it says. Right, so anyway. Where were we? Right, so they're sorting the stuff out. There they go. And then we get a little montage of the day in the life of these elderly people being wheeled about and stuff. And it is quite depressing, to be honest. But anyway, they're living life as best they can. Here's Bernie and Art. Don Amici, as I said, won an Oscar for this. He went everywhere in the 80s, wasn't he? Don Amici. He kind of had a renaissance in his career, didn't he? He did Trading Places. He was in Coming to America as well, playing the same, I think, Coming to America, playing the same person he played in Trading Places. He was in Harry and the Hendersons. He was in this. And I'm blanking. He was in something else as well. And I forgot, but never mind. Also, Jessica Tandy and Hume Cronin would also, I think, a couple of years later, be in Batteries Not Included. Again, playing a married couple. But anyway, here they are all in these retirement community there. The dancing, that's, I can't remember the name. Bess, she's Bess, played by Gwen Verdon. She becomes Art's love interest. But anyway, off we go. So there she's flirting with him, and spoilers in the second film. I think it's the second film. I might be in this one at the end. And me. No, it's in this one at the end. Spoilers, they end up getting married. In the second one, she gets pregnant. Believe it or not. Right, so here they go. They're going to pick up Joe. Going to pick up Joe because you'll see what they're doing. They're talking to some of the other members of their community. Oh, and they see somebody die. Nurses and stuff trying to resuscitate somebody, but passes away. Probably happens quite a lot, I imagine, there. But anyway, here they go. Heading to a swimming pool at the house next door. There's like an empty mansion next door. And they go and use the swimming pool in there. It mustn't be like abandoned. There must be a caretaker because the swimming pool looks really clean. But there's nobody living there. So they essentially break in and use that pool. And here we learn that Joe... Well, we don't learn it here, but we learn that he's ill. It turns out he's got cancer. So, anyway, and Ben's asking him about it. And he's saying, what do doctors know anyway? Well, turns out Hume Cronin, I forgot which eye. I think it's his right eye. He's blind in one of his eyes. I think it's his right eye. He used to be a boxer, and he lost the sight in his right eye through boxing. And there's a scene later on, we'll get to it, where he's supposed to punch somebody, and because he couldn't see, because no depth perception, just having one working eye, he actually knocked the fella out in real life. But we'll get to that later. Right. Anyway, so here they go. They're breaking into the house next door. Looks very nice, doesn't it? There it is. There's the pool, very clean. The house mustn't be abandoned. Well, it mustn't be because somebody's going to come along and rent it or whatever in a bit. But here they go. Having fun in the pool. There we go. Relaxing. Right, we're getting introduced to Steve Guttenberg's character now, Jack. He plays the captain of a fishing yacht. He's a pleasure boat. He takes people out fishing and stuff like that, or diving. And this fella's not happy because they didn't catch anything, so he's only paying him half his money. Here's the harbour master. I think it's the harbour master. I presume it is. Jack obviously owes him money, so he's living hand to mouth, is Jack. We learn that here. Whatever happened to Steve Guttenberg? I don't have no idea. I'm sure he's still busy doing whatever Steve Guttenbergs do. But another one that were everywhere in the 80s, and you don't hear from him anymore, do you? Right, so anyway, so there's no money. He uses the money that he's just got off that fella, who just paid him half of what he owed him, and pays it to this chap. He says, "You're going to take all my money." Anyway, luckily, here comes Brian Dennehy and Tanny Welsh and Tyrone Power Jr. and another fella. It says, "We want to hire your boat, want to rent your boat for 27 days. There's Tanny Welsh, daughter of Raquel Welch. And there's Tyrone Power Jr., daughter, son of Tyrone Power. And I don't think he says anything in the film. He does. Maybe he does, but he doesn't have many lines. There you go. I'd like to rent your boat for 27 days. So he's happy now. Yay! So they're having a good look round. And they're all really nice. And they're nice all the way through the film, even when horrible things happen. Because they're good people. Spoilers, they're aliens. Anyway. Right. So, here's the our main characters relaxing, playing, I don't know what you call it. A big version of shove halfpenny. I don't know what you call it. Shuffleboard. I don't know. They're playing that, and this is where we see David again. The young kid comes. There he is. He's the grandson of Ben. His mother, who is played by Linda Harrison, who you may know from Planet of the Apes films, the original ones. She played Nova in the original Planet of the Apes films. He comes to see him regularly. Anyway, so they're heading to. They're heading to the to go swimming again, and they see people looking round and thinking, "Oh dear, that's that plan scuppered. They can't go swimming anymore." There you go. So they're just renting it out for 27 days, I imagine, for a month or so. So anyway, and they're saying, "Look, as long as there's a swimming pool, we have everything we need." So the old fogies are like, "Well, not going swimming." Right, so they're heading out in Jack's boat, and Walter, Brian Dennehy's character, father of Elizabeth Dennehy. Is that how you pronounce it, Dennehy, or is it Dennehy? I don't know how you pronounce it. Father of Elizabeth Dennehy, who Star Trek fans will know as but I forgot her name now. I'm blanking. Anyway, whatever. And Justin 34 is here saying, "Hello, good sir. This movie gets me sad and happy also. I was raised by my grandparents, and it brought mortality into focus real fast." Yes, it did. It does. I mean, as I said earlier, before you got here, that I watched it earlier on, and I was bawling my eyes out later. Shelby, yes, Commander Shelby. I was blanking, as usual. Anyway, right, so he's showing Jack where to go on his space age map. And Jack says, "Oh, I've seen these before. The Japanese have done these." And he said, yes. Okay, whatever. So, right. I don't know why, but spoilers again, they're aliens. And we see their true form later on. Essentially, they're like the visitors from V. They're wearing people suits. Why did Brian Dennehy pick a suit of a fat fella? I don't know. I'm saying fat. He's not as fat as me, but anyway. Right, so they're heading out there. Right, Ben's in the DMZ. No, DMV, not demilitarised zone. The Department of Motor Vehicles, having his eyes tested, and he can't read the letters on the board, so he's going to get his license taken away from him. So he's not very happy about that. So they're covering his car up with a parachute. There we go. Anyway, here's Linda Harrison as David's mum. Apparently, she's divorced, so she's like a single mum now. Doesn't really have any bearing on the film, really, but she's. So there's no dad around for David. It's probably why he hangs around with his granddad and his friends. Justin says, it's one of those films that tugs at the heart. Yes, it's a very heartwarming film. It's an astonishingly good film. As I said, I was bawling my eyes out earlier on. Anyway, Anyway, right, so there's Linda Harrison. Nova from Planet of the Apes. And Beneath the Planet of the Apes. So he's saying he likes to hang around, with them. And Ben's saying you should find friends of your own age. But anyway. Right, back at the bottom of the sea. They're getting the Cocoons. Walter's gang. There they are down at the bottom with all the statues and stuff. Because, as I said, it's Atlantis in the Bahamas. So they're getting these cocoons up. We don't know the cocoons yet, but we do soon because he tells us, does Walter. And there's dolphins swimming about and saying things. And there's Jack watching on. And me, there you go. Apparently I've heard dolphins can get pretty horny. That's what I've heard. Everybody loves dolphins. I want to go swimming with dolphins. But I've heard they can turn nasty if they don't get their own way. But anyway. Right, there they are, bringing them on board. And taking them to the house and putting them in the pool. And they're watching them. Thinking, bet they've made a pickup, drugs. It's drugs, because it's Florida, isn't it? So it probably is. Except it isn't, they're aliens. So they think they're probably drugs. And should they tell somebody? And Hume Croney says, no, not Hume Croney, Don Amici says, no, absolutely not. So you don't want to get involved. Anyway, so they're going to go over. They think, right, well, bugger it then. We're going to go over anyway. If they're doing illegal things, what they're going to do? We're just some harmless old farts swimming in their pool. So there you go, they've arrived, look. So they're going to go swimming. They're giving the cocoons a good broddle. But then instantly they feel 1,000,000 times better after they've been swimming in this pool. There you go, they're saying I feel amazing. So they're all having a good old time, jumping off the boards, look. Going wee, hang on, where are we there? Go wee, wee. There they are. Having a good old time and being rejuvenated, it turns out. And this is where they're all singing as they're walking back, and we learn that they've all got tumescence. Is that how I can put it? Oh dear. They're all feeling a bit randy, it turns out. There we go. There, that. Where is it, that? They've all got them. Because they're being made young, but not externally. They still look old, but they're being made healthy again. They're young and inside and healthy, but they're still old farts on the outside. As I said, apart from Wilfred Brimley, who were only 49 when this film was made. He was 50 when it was released. Younger than I am now, by several years. And they had to whiten his hair to make him look older. But anyway. So that just shows that in The Thing, which was made 3 years before this, wasn't it? The Thing came out 3 years before this, so he was even younger there, wasn't he? Anyway. Right, so there's Joe. Obviously, they sleep in separate beds because they're old people, but Joe's not having any of that. Look, he's wide awake, so there you go, they're going to share a bed. Look, ooh. Here's Bess in her house watching, is it Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers? It looks like it, doesn't it? There's a knock at the door. What's she got a triangle on her forehead for? I don't know. Is it to get rid of wrinkles? Maybe it is. I don't know. Triangle, isn't it? And it's Art, and he's there with a bunch of flowers, and he's serenading her. Basically, he gets down on his knees and starts singing to her. "Was some enchanted evening," and all that. Better than me. So he's wooing Bess. Don't know if Art has been married previously. I don't know if it tells us if Art were married before or if he's like a bachelor. But anyway, he's wooing Bess. Because he's the only one of these that is like a single man of the main characters. But not by the end, he's not. And Ben's going to get in the shower with his wife, Mary. Here we go. He says, "Want some candy, little girl?" Anyway, right, so next morning, they're all, apart from Rose, they're all sighing and feeling all young again, sort of, because they've been at it all night like rabbits, probably. There's Rose saying, "Why is everybody so quiet?" I've seen Her to Wear, by the way. or is it pronounced Ver? I don't know, but you may recognise it as Captain Picard's mother, his proper mother, ma mère, from the Star Trek Next Generation episode, Where No One Has Gone Before. Played his proper mother, not the mother that you saw in Star Trek Picard Season 2, because that's not real. That doesn't exist. His proper mother that we saw. In TNG, I think she was also in... Was it Critters 2? Is it Critters 2 she were in? Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. I might be thinking of somebody else. But anyway, it's been a few things. Obviously, Jessica Tandy there would become super, her career would blossom after this. She was Driving Miss Daisy. She won an Oscar for that, didn't she? As I said, she was in Batteries Not Included and loads of other stuff. That's Gwen Verdon. I don't know what she's been in. But anyway, they're all feeling all happy. Anyway, so they're getting ready to go round again. There, you ready to go swimming? Yay! Off we go. Right. Do you think there's cocaine in that pool? No, there's cocoons in that pool, but no cocaine. As far as we know. And, right. So they're thinking now, is there cocaine in that pool? Is there drugs in it that's, seeped into the water? And he says, well, you watch him, I'll watch you, and you watch me. So off they go. Swimming again. And getting rejuvenated again. They're off to collect more cocoons. And Jack's checking out this device that they've brought with them. I'm sure I've seen this in something else. But I don't know what. It looks familiar, and I wonder if I've seen it in something like Buck Rogers, in the 25th century, the Gil Gerard one, or something like that. It does look really familiar. But anyway, we learn that it flashes and makes noises if something happens in the sea. So he's throwing he's eating peanuts or something, I don't know, but he's throwing them into the sea, and every time he does that, it makes a noise. Anyway, he touches it and it goes crazy, and he can't turn it off. And anyway, and then the dolphin tells him off. The dolphin's squeaking at him and clicking at him, and as though it's saying, "Stop touching things." He's checking them out, being nosy, and he says to her, I'm the captain, I should really know what's in these. He says, well, I'm not allowed to tell you. And then she says, she tells him a lie. She says, the giant sea snail shells, we're taking them to the museum, the ichthyology museum. But anyway, we can see he's interested in Tanny Welsh. And who wouldn't be? But, she's not a mother, is she, really, to be honest? But anyway. Oh, yes, he drops something on his foot. I forgot about that. He drops oxygen cylinder thing on his foot, and he's like, it's broken. But then she heals him, but not magically. She just rubs his feet. There she's rubbing his feet, and kind of reminded me when I go for my foot tests at the doctors, for diabetes. As I said, I'm a portly chap. I've got type 2 diabetes. I'm on medication for it, and occasionally go for foot tests, and she massages my feet, and it's super relaxing. And then she prods it with pins to make sure I've still got feeling in my feet, which I generally have. And so it's kind of flirting with her, saying, are you involved with anybody? But she doesn't succumb to his charms, although she kind of does in a bit. We learn that Joe's in complete remission. His cancer's completely gone. It's amazing. There you go. It's a miracle, he says with his... Do you reckon that's a two-pit? I don't know. If it's a two-pit, it's a really bad one, isn't it? It could have gone better than that. That's just a really mental comb over. But anyway. So he's happy. There we go. And do you want to arm wrestle? Anyway, right. So they're going dancing. He was putting his smelling ice on. It was like a bottle of gin or something, innit? But I don't know. They're all getting to go out dancing. And having a good old time. And all that stuff. And this is where we get us first. We see Art and Gwen. Art and Bess dancing. They're really good dancers. You can see that they're good at dancing. And Ben and Mary dance, and Joe's watching the other girls. So this is where we get the hint. Not the hint. The first we're shown that Joe, in his youth, were a bit of a Lothario. and probably cheated on his wife, whose name I've forgotten. I know it's Jessica Tandy. I forgot her bloody name, character name. Alma. Probably cheated on Alma back in the day, because he's eyeing up. Here we go. Is this it? There he goes. He's eyeing up the younger ladies compared to him. And obviously she sees, says, "Do you want to dance?" So he goes dancing with Alma. But Bernie and Rose are not dancing. I think she wants to, but, Bernie's a miserable old bugger. I wouldn't be dancing either. I can't dance. I have 2 left feet. Genuinely, I have no rhythm whatsoever. I cannot dance. So I'd be Bernie in this situation. Anyway, so there they go. They're having fun. And Jack's trying to fix his motor. And then, right, big reveal coming up. He hears the cabin next door, and it's does she have? I forgot the name of the character. What's Tanya Walsh's character called? Kitty. There we go. He hears Kitty going to her cabin, and he can see through this spy hole here. So I think he is bloody Norman Bates. So he's watching. He's saying, "Oh, Jack, reduced to being a peeping Tom. It's embarrassing." But he can't resist. He's got to have another look. So he just basically watches her take all the clothes off. But then, no, she takes her skin off as well. She doesn't stop at her clothes. She takes her skin off as well. There you go. You can see. And there we go. We can see that, oh no, she's an alien or something. Or is she John Doe from a lot of Star Trek references coming up. John Doe from Star Trek Next Generation episode Transfigurations, which is in season 3, which we'll get to on Wednesday. But anyway, so he's like, "Oh my God, you're an alien," and they'll come running out. She's put her skin back on, not quite right. He's there with a blowtorch, trying to ward them off, but they're all being friendly and stuff. And calm down, Jack, man, mate. And he jumps into the sea in a minute. He's trying to get the engine going, and it won't. And there we go. We see that she's not quite put her skin on properly. So Walter comes up and sorts it out. But then he jumps into the sea. Then a dolphin comes up and scares him. So he climbs back on board, and they say, "Look, Jack, we're not here to hurt you. We've just got a job to do. We've come to save some of our people. And, we're not here to hurt anybody. And if we're going to get us people, and if you don't want to help us, we'll just rent somebody else's boat and all that sort of bit." But anyway, so they talk him round, and they prove to him that they're not bad. Yes, Brian Denny shows that he's an alien as well earlier on. I forgot to show that. They're coming up here. Here we go. Is it? He puts that right, and there we go. And then he shows that he's an alien as well underneath in his big fat Brian Dennehy suit. Anyway, they're talking round. He says, "Okie dokie, right, fair enough. You seem like good people." There you go. He explains what happened 10,000 years ago. They had an outpost on Earth, Atlantis. But it sank and they evacuated. But they left 20 people behind in them cocoons. And they've come back for them after 10,000 bloody years. Anyway, maybe time works differently on their planet. Well, it turns out they're immortal, essentially. They never die, so I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? How long they've been. Anyway, so he ends up saying, "Right, fair enough. Okie dokie, we're friends." They want to show Bernie this pool, and he says, "Right, I'll have a look," but grumpy. But he won't go in, will Bernie? He's just watching. But he sees that they're coming back, look, and he's like, guys, they're here. Somebody's coming. So they go and hide, in the cupboard, or closet, whatever you want to call it, while they're bringing some more cocoons in. And they're watching, and they don't only bring the cocoons in, they start taking their skin off, look. Walter unskins his hand. There we go. And I don't know what he's doing. I think he's energising the pool or something. I'm not sure, but there you go. And they all take the skins off and throw them, in this this box. They've got a box for their skin. There we go. I don't know which that. Oh heck! Did that have a willy? I think it did, didn't it? I think it did. Anyways, there we go. We see that they've turned into the aliens. They can fly, look. Ooh, like Tinkerbell. And they see him, and they all run out, going, run away. And they try and explain to the people in the old people's home, the orderlies and stuff, what they've seen. Obviously, they don't believe them. And there we see Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother. I think his mother's in this as well. And his dad is as well. I forgot his bloody name now. Ron Howard's dad. Anyway, he's in it later on. His mother's in it as well, but I don't know who she plays. But there's Clint. Another Star Trek alumnus. Obviously, they don't believe him. And they call call the police. So they call the police. Obviously, they go. Police go and see him, and Walter says, "Ha, old people, eh? What they're like." So obviously, the police go off, and so they're not. They can't go swimming anymore, and obviously they start getting old again inside. And I think I forgot his name now. Joe's cancer comes back, and Ben goes round to see Walter, and he says, "Look, don't care that you're aliens, but my friend Joe has got cancer, he's going to die, and all that can save him is, let's swim in your pool. We won't tell anybody." And, he said, "Well, promise me you won't touch the cocoons." And he says, "Every 11,000 years or so, I make a terrible mistake." And he says, "Use the pool." And that nearly set me off crying. I don't know why, I just did. But there you go. Use the pool, because he's a good man. Anyway, so they don't only just use the pool, they take their wives as well. And they're going to take Rose as well, thinking, it might help cure dementia or whatever. So they're going to take her as well. But Bernie will have nothing of it. He says, "No, you're not going over there." Because remember, he's seen the aliens. He's not going over there with them aliens and stuff. But Joe gives him a chewing out, saying, "Think of others, instead of yourself." Anyway, so he takes Rose away. He won't let Rose go, and I'll be crying later. I will. But there you go. Anyway, meanwhile, Jack's reading his complete book of extraterrestrial encounters. Oh dear. Right, so there we go. They're all having a nice swim, and they're all cool with the aliens now, because one of the ladies asks, "Are we going to see any of these aliens of yours?" And one of them comes in, look, in a bathrobe. Pillsbury. Which is Pillsbury? I have no idea. Pillsbury. That's Tyrone Power Jr., apparently, is Pillsbury. So he comes in and then just leaves, but just showing his face, but, a bit out in the open, isn't it? What if somebody called? I don't know, but anyway, they don't seem to care, do they? So he's like, "Oh, right. Now he can read the sign." Don't know why he's still wearing his glasses then, but he can read the bottom row. That's what he does. He says, "Read the thing," and he reads the bottom row. And so he's got his license back. And he should have been like Tommy Lee Jones in Space Cowboys, which we're going to do soon, where he reads the bottom row and then he goes MADEINU. Made in USA. Right, so there we go. He's got his license back, and they're off clubbing. There we go. They're going to go into the nightclub with all the young uns. There we go. They're all body popping and all that. Look, and Donna Meach is gonna do some body popping in a minute, and it's a bit cringe, but whatever. Won him an Oscar. Cowboy diplomacy. See, I've said something again, haven't I? I've said something again. I don't know what. Right, so what's happening here? Showing now the Rejuvenated again. Yes, they're all young again and having fun and dancing and throwing footballs and playing poker with aliens, etc. Space Cowboy. Oh, right, I see. Yes, sorry. I have no lateral thought whatsoever, have I? Oh dear. Space Cowboys is a really good film if you've not seen it. Clint Eastwood and Tommy Lee Jones and the other fella, James Garner, and Donald Sutherland. Top film, and we're going to do it soon. Maybe next week. Yeah, sod it. We'll do Space Cowboys next week. Right. Anyway, so I've decided. A Scottish Geek guy's here saying, not watched Cocoon in decades. Same with me. I watched it today for the first time in ages and I bawled my eyes out. My t-shirt were wet through. Oh dear. Anyway, where were we? I think he's proposing to her here. I think his art's proposing to Bess. I think he is anyway. Maybe, I don't know. And poor Rose is getting tired, looking, having a little nap while the others are exercising. Joe's getting his libido back, and is going to end up having a little fling with this waitress. Actually gets me a bit cross, does that? But never mind. Because you want your heroes to be, purer than pure and whiter than white. And I suppose it shows that they're not, they are human after all. But anyway. Mary goes climbing a tree with David. Bless her. Hey there, they're back in the club again. Is this the same night? Or have they gone another night? I don't know. But Don Amici is going to start break dancing in a minute. He's going to do some moonwalking, look. Then he's going to start... Look, he's doing his... it's a bit cringe. And he's going to start... There we go. So is this... I'm trying to see... Obviously this isn't Don Amici, but they've obviously stuck a Don Amici mask on him or something like that. And he's going to start doing his break dancing and all that. Or is it body popping? I don't know the difference because I'm old. Anyway. Here we go. Fun fact. He was 49. He was 49 when he made this. 50 when it was released. Oh dear. So he's having all that. There we go. Spinning right. Hang on. Where is it? Whee! He thinks he's a gremlin. So they're all having fun. But it's starting to get round the old people's home now. It's all round the canteen that there's something going on. And it's something to do with that pool next door. There's a fountain of youth. And it's all going to hit the fan in a bit. Thankfully, we age much better these days. Speak for yourself, mate. I'm only 21. Anyway, there we go, back in the sea again. Getting more cocoons. And he's gonna, Jack and Kitty are gonna have a little moment together. He says, how do you show affection? In so he knows she's an alien, but he's still interested in it. So he's interested in this. Basically, she's a. I don't know. She's a visitor from V, essentially, except she's not reptilian, but she's like got a rubber suit on, and that's all he's interested in. But anyway, so she's going to take him to the pool. Here we go. Then we see a bit of bum. It's obviously this is a body double. Look, her hair's different there. Look, I think it is anyway. But it might not be though, because she has posed nude, hasn't she, for Playboy as Tanny Welsh. But anyway, so she's going to do stuff, her alien stuff. Here we go. She's going to open herself up to him and zap him with her alienness. Here it goes. Oh, look, it's alien stuff. Oscar-winning effects. Here it goes, bouncing round, and it goes into him. There we go, and he's like, "Ooh, that's tingly." Anyway, so there we go. What does he say? He says something funny. Oh, right, if this is foreplay, I'm a dead man. He says. So, anyway, right, where are they going now? Oh, right, they're going bowling now. They're going bowling, and they've had a good time. They've won a trophy, and. They're all ready to go home, but Joe wants to go partying, and they've said, "No, it's time for us to go home." We're drawing too much. Ben says we're drawing too much attention to ourselves. It's supposed to be a secret, but we're not keeping a very good secret, are we? But Joe's like, "Oh no, you miserable old buggers." But Alma says, "I'll go with you," and says, "Oh no, you go home. I'll, I'll go for a couple of drinks." But he's not. He's going to go off with that bloody waitress. That's what he's going to do. Look, she knows. She knows. Does Alma? So anyway, there's heading home. Sees that waitress. Look, she's there, and so he's don't know what. He might have just, taken her for a drink or whatever. I don't know. Or something else might have gone on. We don't know. But he's heading home and he sees Alma leaving a note for him. She's going to stop at Bess's. And he catches up with her. And she says, "No, it's you, Joe. It's not the pool, it's not the water, it's you. It's happened before. Obviously, he was a bit of a Lothario in his youth. And he's probably had affairs and stuff. But she's put up with it." He says, I'm too old to be putting up with this now. So she's leaving him and going to stop with Bess. Yes, Bess. So he's fed up now. So they're in the cafeteria. As I said, it's all around the canteen. Bernie's feeding Rose. And they all come in and sit at a different table to Joe. And Art tells Joe, says, just let it calm down, it'll be all right, and all that stuff. We'll go for a swim later. And they try and get Bernie and Rose to go. Said, "Come on, it'll be good for Rose." But Bernie said, "No, I'm not going there. You can keep your fountain of youth," telling everybody, what's going on. "Don't go in that pool next door." And saying, "Shut up, keep it down." But Anyway, they're nearly gonna come to blows. Says, "I'm gonna kill you," and the orderlies try and stop him. And this is where he knocked the fella out in real life. This fella, I think it's this one. He was supposed to not hit him, obviously, but obviously no depth perception because he's blind in one eye. I think it's his right eye is blinding, and he actually hit the bloke. I think it's that one. Knocked him out. I don't know if they used the take. I don't know if that was the take, but he did knock him out. I don't think he knocked out Clint Howard. I think it's the other fella. But anyway, so they all know now. All the old fogies. They're all heading over now. They're just gonna break down the gate. So like zombies, aren't they? Pool, smashing through the gate. Yes, they offered him some Tranya. Yes, would Clint. So there you go. They're all in the pool. I don't know how many there is. We'll say 30. Old buggers leaping in the pool. And basically what they're doing, they're draining the life force from the pool that's keeping the cocoons going. And they even take one of the cocoons out and they start trying to smash it open. There you go. But obviously Walter comes in and shouts at him, like, "Everybody out!" And I was nearly crying here as well watching this bit. Not this bit, but the bit coming up. With a bloody puppet. What am I like? Anyway, they go, "I'm calling the police, get out." And they open one up. They all bugger off to the old people. Apart from our main stars. There we go, they open one up, and it's dying. There we go, the alien inside has gone all old. And I don't think they've ever seen one of their kind die before. It's the first time, because they're essentially immortal, aren't they? And they're there watching, and he dies. I think two of them. I think they lose two of them, because the old people have drained the pool. There's nothing they can do about it. So, and he cries, does Walter. Cries human tears. So it must be good bloody rubber suits, these. Anyway, so they try and say sorry and all that stuff. But there's nothing we can do. It's over. We can't take the people back. Can't take our people back. They're doomed. Anyway, meanwhile, Bernie and Rose are there, and this, I was bawling my eyes out at this. Rose passes away. He goes to get her something. There we go, gets her medicine. And when he comes back, she's passed away. Oh, God. Yes, it is, yes. I'm going. Eh, dear. So he takes her to the... I'm going, I am. Oh dear. Give me a minute. Oh. Live, eh? I thought I'd be alright. I did. I thought I'd be alright. Anyway, he takes her to the pool. But there you go. I can't. I'm just going to show it. I can't. Every time it gets me. Right, so Rose has passed away, and obviously Bernie's, heartbroken and that. Anyway, Ben goes round and he has an idea. Says, says sorry and all that stuff, and it's anything they can do. And he says, there's nothing you can do. The pool's, it's drained. He says, well, what if we put them back in the sea? Put the cocoons back in the sea? Would that help? And says, well, yeah, I suppose. There you go. They've never been associated with the grief associated with death. But anyway, they can't take them back. And then he says, can you put them back in the ocean? So he says, yeah, we could. So they're going to help them put them back. And they're also going to say, because they're not having to take them back with them, they've got space on the spaceship that's coming for them and 30 of their friends, 30 of their friends who, through their ignorance, I suppose, caused the death of 2 of the aliens, but they're just generally nice aliens, aren't they? Anyway, so they're putting them back. And they said, there's room on the spaceship for you and 30 people, and you'll be able to go with us and live forever, essentially, on our alien world. On I forgot the name of the country. Is it Antaria? Something like that. It's not Antares, it's Antaria or something. They say we're Antarians from the planet Antaria. But Wingray says, I wish I knew 30 people. Same here. Right, so they've got that done, and this is where he tells him, we've got room to take you with us. There we go, for you and 30 of your friends, and you come with us, and you'd be students, but you'd also be teachers, because they'd learn about them, and the aliens would learn about humans and stuff. And so they decide to go with them. Apparently the actors were asked in real life, if they would have taken up this offer and buggered off into space. Maureen Stapleton there said no, never have gone. But Don Amici says yes, he'd be at the front of the line. Anyway, Ontario, yes, from the Canadians, the Canadian aliens, Canadians. Anyway, so that's what they're going to do. Sorry, I'm still a bit weepy. Sorry. Dear. And there's a pelican. Right, so that's what we're going to do. And I was telling his grandson that he's going to basically go away. And he's like saying, we're going to go somewhere where we'll never die and all that. And he points, we're going up there. And I'd be like, what, heaven? Are you dying? But no, we're going to another planet in a spaceship. And say, yeah, of course you are. But anyway, that's what they're doing. Obviously, Linda Harrison, before she becomes a mute in Planet of the Apes, is wary of what they're on about, because they're telling her that we're off to out. I think they're just saying we're just going away for a while to the adults. Hume Cronin, Donna Beach is going to the bank. Art, look, she's crying now. Look, Art has gone to the bank, drawn out all of his savings, and he's just going to give it all away. There you go. He's just handing it all out. Joe's going to see Alma, and they're going to try and have a rapprochement. But he says he's sorry and all that. But he wants her to go with him because if it were an eternity in space, without her, or 5 minutes with her on Earth, he'd pick the 5 minutes or whatever, something like that. He says something like that, something along those lines. So anyway, so there we go. So she's going to go with him. Oh, and this is where they're telling the others, you can come with us on the spaceship if you want. And they're all, yeah, of course, fine. So, and they're getting married now. There we go. A quickie wedding is Art and Bess. Right, so they're heading out. There we go. And all the old people are all heading out. Clint Howard's asleep, watching Laurel and Hardy. Oh, well, he's not because he's asleep. And they're all sneaking out. It's like The Great Escape, isn't it? Should have played The Great Escape music, shouldn't they? Do. As they're sneaking past them. Anyway, this is where David tells his mother, they're off in a spaceship. But she thinks, she ends up calling the police and all that stuff. And but Bernie's not going to go with them. But he wishes them well and all that stuff. So off he goes. Anyway, right. So they're going to head out. We see they find out that everybody's gone. So they call the police. This is where we see Ron Howard's dad. There he is. I can never remember his name. Rance Howard, isn't it? There he is. So they're going to go and try and intercept them. David runs and jumps onto the boat. They get it going just in time. Here he comes. Thinks he's Frodo on the Brandywine Bridge. I can't remember the call. No, whatever. Huckleberry Ferry. That's it, isn't it? Or Buckleberry Ferry. Anyway, jumps onto the boat and says, you silly little sod. But anyway, so the boat's heading out, but they're going to get chased by the Coast Guard boats and helicopters and stuff. But anyway, the spaceship's going to arrive soon. Here it comes, I think. Or is it a helicopter? Don't know. But the spaceship's going to arrive in a minute. Oh, no, it's a helicopter, that, isn't it? Stand down, or you'll be blown out the sea, or whatever. I don't know. There's time to stand down. David jumps into the water. Because I think his mother's on one of the boats that's following him. There you go. You have a minor aboard without proper authority from his mother. Basically. So he jumps in the water. And there he goes. Off he goes. There you go. They pull him out. He's fine. And then here it comes. There we go. We're in space. The spaceship's coming. Here we go. A big light. Here it comes. Look. Whee! Don't have tentacles underneath, Wind Grace. It's not that alien off Encounter at Farpoint. Unfortunately. There you go, all the lights come on. And electricity as well. And Close Encounters style clouds start forming. I watched that, by the way, the other night, Close Encounters. One of my favourite films of all time. And if you remember, it was the first one we ever did in Magnificent Mondays. Magnificent Mondays #1 was Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Anyway, here it comes, the spaceship coming down to take away these old people. That don't look very good. Won an Oscar for visual effects. I don't know why. I mean, they're all right. I'm not saying they're rubbish. But I won't say they're Oscar-winning visual effects. In the same year that Back to the Future came out. What else came out in 85? The special effect in nature. I don't know, but anyway. I remember. Anyway. Right, so they're going to take... I think they're taking the boat. They're not just beaming the people up. Anyway, here it comes. This kind of reminds me of the... remember the special edition of Close Encounters where you see the inside of the spaceship? It kind of reminds me of that a bit. Um, anyway, so up they go. Takes the whole boat up. Up it goes. And they pay Jack. And more than cover the cost of the boat. I think he's just going to jump out. Hope it's waterproof money. So off he goes. Goodbye. Does she kiss him? Do they kiss? Yes, they have a kiss. I wonder what she tastes of. Plastic. I don't know. Rubber. Vulcanized. Anyway, so he jumps overboard. And up the boat goes. There it goes. Doo-doo. I bet there's a cloaked Klingon bird of prey somewhere as well. Watching. So up it goes. Alright, we see... is it this bit? Tyrone Power Jr. there. Who's he waving at here? In a minute. Is he going to do it? There you go. Who's he waving at? No idea. Is the windows with aliens watching him? I don't know. It never tells us. But he's waving at somebody over there. But they're up inside the ship now. I don't know who he's waving at. Maybe he saw somebody in one of these windows that he recognised. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so up it goes, the ship. Up it goes into space. Pardon me. Anyway, they're having a remembrance service because they think they've all been lost at sea, all the people on that boat, the 30 people from the home. Is that the moon there? Is that a blemish on the film? I think it's supposed to be like a crescent moon, isn't it? It's big, isn't it? I know it's because it's low to the horizon, I suppose. Oh, no, it's gone now. Maybe it was a lens flare. What was it? I'm curious now what that was. Maybe it was a UFO. Oh, look, it's there again, look. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Ooh, hang on. It is is it? Oh, no, it's a dissolve, innit? It's a dissolve, because we keep going back. There, but we're there, aren't we? It's a dissolve to that. Yes, sorry. A slow dissolve. What am I like, eh? Anyway, so they're having a remembrance service for the people that have been lost, who they think have died. They're lost at sea. And there we go, people dabbing their eyes and all that. But David knows better, so he has a little smile as he looks up there. He knows his granddad's out there, and he'll be back in 1988 in Cocoon the Return. But and there we go. There we see the ship heading off into space, into the Mutara Nebula. Off it goes. There we go. And then the film ends as they are consumed by the white hole. But there we go. Directed by Ron Howard. Lovely film, and as you can see, it sets me off crying. I don't think I've nearly cried in one of these shows. I can't remember what in. But that really got me. Did that. Anyway, so there we go. That's Cocoon. I might do Cocoon the Return, because I've got it here. Look, got it here. In my double DVD, I ain't got it on Blu-ray. Cocoon the Return is on Amazon Prime in the UK, but Cocoon is nowhere to be found on any streaming service as far as I can see. It's not on Amazon here. It's not on Disney Plus, because it's 20th Century Fox, so you think it'd be on Disney Plus, wouldn't you? Nope, no. So anyway, yes, and the human adventure continues. It's just beginning. ... But yeah, Cocoon is a lovely film, and it'll have you crying. If you're a big softy like me, it'll have you crying, like I was earlier on. But yeah, cool film. Double Oscar winner. So there we go. The second one, Cocoon the Return, which I think is a decent film in itself, didn't even get nominated for any, and it hardly made. It had a similar budget. And it only made like $20 million at the box office, so it didn't do as well. But it's not a bad film. It's not a bad film, is the sequel? They all come back, and Courtney Cox is in it as well. But anyway, we'll leave it there. We're all done. So that's Cocoon. Really good film. But it Ron Howard's second film. He did Splash, didn't he? And then, this is his second film. I think it wanted. Then he went on to do Willow, didn't he? I think that was the order. But showed that he could make a good movie. But Justin says, yes, a classic and heartwarming film, tearjerker. Yes, it is, as you could tell earlier on. From me. What am I like? Anyway, right. So, I've only been going an hour. Bloody hell. I fired through that film, haven't I? Jesus wept. Oh dear. I should have done the second one as well, shouldn't I? But I haven't watched that and I haven't prepared for it. So anyway, never mind. I didn't think I'd get through this so fast. Anyway, we'll leave it there. What's coming up next? Where have I put it? This Friday, on Friday Night Apart with Fear, I haven't set it up yet, but we're going to be doing... Hang on. Let's get rid of that. Excuse me. We're going to be doing The Crazies, the remake, not the original. I'm blanking. The Night of the Living Dead fella. George Romero. Not the original George Romero film. This is the one from... what year? The remake, which is a pretty decent film in itself. So we're watching The Crazies this Friday night. And as I said, next Monday, we're going to do Space Cowboys. So there we go. Will I be crying at that one? I can't remember. Might be. Anyway, we'll see. Right, so we'll leave it there. A quick one tonight, wasn't it? Weirdly enough. Justy says remake is pretty good also. Yes, it. Oh yeah, Crazy's the remake. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. Anyway, so we'll leave it there. So thanks, Win. Oh, hang on. Yeah, blew through it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, pardon me. Anyway, I should have done both. I didn't think I'd be so fast getting through this one. Never mind. I should have done both. Too late now, innit? Because I can't remember what happens in the second one. I vaguely remember, but it's been a while since I've seen it. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks, Win Grace and Justin34 and Scottish Geek Guy, Jimmy, for keeping me company. I'm surprised nobody else popped in because it's not members only. I left it, subscribers that have been subscribers for over a month can come in, talk about the show. What show? I don't know. Was it a Cocoon TV show? I don't know. Is that what you're on about? I don't know. If the one, I've never heard of it, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back on... What day is it? It's Monday, isn't it? I'll be back on Wednesday, where we're doing Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 3, in my views on each episode of Star Trek. So I've finished Season 3 finally. There is, but I don't think it's related to the movie at all. Oh, right. So it's just called Cocoon. I think there have been other films called Cocoon as well, I think. Obviously not related. Because Cocoon has more than one meaning, I suppose. Wednesday, I'll be doing my thoughts on Star Trek, every episode of Star Trek. And we're on Season 3 of Star Trek The Next Generation, which I've just finished watching. Top season. There's only 2 or 3 episodes that I'm not really fond of in that season. And I think they're both Luxana Troy episodes. Oddly enough. Yes, Bev comes home. She does. She comes home. Yeah, it's really good, this Season 3 of TNG. So that's on Wednesday. And as I said, Friday, we're doing The Crazies. Your top episode is in... Yes, that's Evolution, isn't it? The first episode of Season 3. My top episode of Star Trek is... all of Star Trek is Enterprise Regeneration, isn't it? But my top episode of Next Generation is Evolution. I love that episode. I have no idea why. I just do. Season 3 was excellent. Yes, it was. It was really, really good. Like I said, no duff ones in it, to be honest. I said, I'm not a fan of the Luxana Troy episodes. She kind of gets on my nerves. But never mind. She gets on my nerves, mainly. I mean, we all love, Majel Barrett. Going off on a tangent a bit now, but we all love Majel Barrett. But she makes no attempt to do an accent like Deanna Troy. Deanna Troy's got this exotic accent, hasn't she? Majel Barrett, nah, I'll just do my own. But anyway. We can still look forward to going through them again. Yes, yes, yes. I've not finished watching it. I've actually got Best of Both Worlds Part 1 still to watch, but I'll get round to it. I'll do it tomorrow. Right, so we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. So, anyway, as I said, thanks for watching. And wherever you are, hang on, let me get myself sorted. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see thee, and I'm going to go and dab me eyes. And until next time, I'll see thee.